Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. And before we get started today, I want to give a huge shout out to all the people who's been spending time watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, and putting comments in my comment section. I really appreciate everybody's time and effort to do all that, and you're really helping me grow the channel, and I really appreciate your time and efforts. But with all that said, today's video was about to be a trail video day where I was going to take you out on a winter ride and enjoy the outdoors. However, the conditions aren't ideal. It's kind of wet and damp, and it's been raining and snowing off and on for a couple of days now. So I decided, before I go loading up all my stuff and going out to ride, I decided to go to a local park where I can see how the trail conditions are there before spending the time to pack up, drive all the way out there. So I came to a local park and I noticed the trail conditions are kind of So as you can see, the trail conditions are really not good, even on a hike and bike trail that's mostly gravel. So we're gonna go indoors, and I'm gonna make a single bike stand that I've been wanting to do for a while now. It's something me and my friend Craig was talking about, and I'm hoping it turns out right because it's just a random idea I had. So we're gonna jump over there and let's start working inside. For this bike rack, I'm going to be using old pipe that I had laying around after a shelving project. And if you want to follow along, I'm going to be calling out the different sizes and different parts I'm using for this bike rack. But if you missed something, I'm going to be putting that information in the description below. First, you're going to start taking the 1.5 inch pipe, threading it into a T-joint. Then you're going to repeat this step on the other side. All this stuff is going to be tightened down using chain lock. Now that I have the two T-joints connected together, I'm attaching two 3-inch pieces of pipe on the vertical axis of those joints. And then I'm attaching two more T-joints to either side. The reason why I'm doing this is because my leftover project didn't allow me to have enough pipe to reach the top of the tire for the project. So I have to kind of put different pieces together to get the total height I need. Now that I have the T-joints on, I'm going to attach the longest pieces of pipe I have. This is 18-inch length of pipe, and this will help me get to the top of the tire. The next step is taking a 90-degree elbow and attaching it to one of the vertical pipes. Now that you have the 90-degree elbow on, you will attach the 1.5-inch pipe and thread it in really well because you're going to be unthreading it to get it to thread into the other side. Now you will be attaching the legs to the bike rack. This will create a stable base for the bike to be held up on. Now that the legs are on the bike rack, you will be attaching these threaded 90-degree angle elbows. They will be attaching to the floor plates that I have below. That will help really create a nice stable base for the whole rack and make sure the rack doesn't tip over. I have finished the bike rack, and as you can see, it will stand up by itself. I'm just checking all the joints before I really attach it to another piece of wood. I'm going to be attaching it to another piece of wood for the fact that it will even create a more stable base. Plus, I had a couple of ideas thinking this might actually be a good wall hanger if I would shorten the length. I'm using 1-inch screws to attach the bike rack to the piece of wood. I'm also choosing to use the screws because if I ever decide to alter this bike rack or adjust this project or maybe make something else out of these pieces of pipe, I will be able to take it apart really easily without having much hassle. And here's the finished bike rack. As you can see, this piece of wood is a little oversized for this whole project. But since this is a scrap project and this was a scrap piece of wood, I thought it was fitting with the whole theme of the bike rack. As you can see, my 26-inch dirt jumper is being held by this bike rack. I wouldn't say it's really well, but it's decent and it will hold it in place while I'm just moving it around or just need a bike to store. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you think I can improve this bike rack, let me know your ideas in the comments section. And also, if you'd like to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. And as always, keep finding MTB Zen.